two black coaches.
And they actually did talk about it. He actually did talk about it in the Super Bowl. He talked about.
Hey, why does it let me merge this call? It's really annoying.
They talked. I think you have to answer it first, and then you can merge it.
But it's not letting me merge it. That's the thing. Like normally, that has a. I can't see it, but normally it lets me merge it right out the gate. All I do is hit the merge button first. But whatever. I don't know. It's weird right now. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from? We don't know who this is.
What's up, boys?
Hey, Izzy. Did Eric hang up? Damn it.
We lose your audio. I don't know why, but it just you guys just stopped being in my ears.
Yeah, Zoom's dumb for that. Like the whole 3-person limit. But yeah,
I don't know if you guys got past the subject of hijabs, but I think it'd be super cool, or Muslims, but I think it'd be super cool to look down the sideline and see people with hijabs, and I think, yeah, that would be different.
Yeah, I just like the NFL does this thing where they like pimp a struggle, and it's kind of gross. So and I hope they don't do it in this aspect.
So apparently,
that's a touchy subject.
Grew up in Dearborn, Michigan, which actually has one of the largest Muslim populations in the United States. Obviously, being in Michigan, football is king there,
and racism is king in Michigan because the Hells Angels started up there.
They said it is common to see women in hijab at Michigan Stadium on fall Saturdays. The 2011 documentary Fordson depicts players at Fordson High, which is where Saleh graduated from, navigating Ramadan. So yeah, I guess you could say he's a practicing Muslim, like, and it's not something that was just dangled out there for clout. I think.
No, but I'm saying I don't think he dangled that out for clout. But the same way, like, when Lamar said, I'm not working out as a receiver for obvious reasons that don't need to be said out loud. And everyone's like, why would you work at a receiver? Why'd you work at a receiver? Because you know why. Because, like, I don't have to say it.
Okay, speed your point up because we don't have a lot of time.
Bottom line, no, just my only thing is, like, with him being the first Muslim head coach, it's like, okay, but don't pimp that to hype him up. Just say he's a qualified candidate for the job. Don't throw up the fact that he's Muslim.
But why can't they?
It's like saying, he's the first black person at the job. Bro, we were literally... If he's white, you don't say he's the first white. Like, you don't do that. You know what I mean?
Because there's been white coaches for fucking 60 years.
Yeah, but I'm saying don't make him the token Muslim in the room.
We were literally just talking about...
discard his credibility. We were literally just talking about why he deserves to be coached.
We were literally just talking about this last week with Sam Flores. Like, you can't just overlook the shit that people have go through who aren't white.
But he's not.
Or aren't black, even.
Yeah, but... You don't. When I think of Tom Flores, I think of a great head coach, and then he's Latino. I don't say, oh yeah, he's Latino, and that's why he's a great. Like, no, fam, he's great because he worked his ass off, and he's great at what he does, and based off the merits of his talent and ability, I don't just throw up his race or ethnicity or religion as like a weird thing.
But that's also
it's like that's why people have a problem with the Rooney Rule.
That's also whitewashing.
Okay, but
like, why can't you take pride in that?
No, take pride in it, but you should be careful, and you should know when somebody's like making you the token other in the room. And I just hope that the media in New York, like, that angle isn't played up, because that is a slippery slope with him being Muslim in New York. And if some idiot asks the wrong question. And you know how they have heat. Like, look at Todd Bowles. Like, a black coach has a much shorter leash than any other coach, any of his white counterparts.
I don't think.
I hope it doesn't become a thing where it's like they do him the same way. That's all I'm saying. It's dope, like these Muslims.
I think that you, as somebody who's a champion of equity and power, well, not even just diversity, but you're someone who believes in equity and power
and fairness.
You shouldn't be discounting the fact that
I'm not discounting it,
that somebody is the first of something, because guess what? When
you're the first,
that is a big deal, especially when you're talking about.
But why is he the first?
Especially when you're talking about two things that are like inherently different. You
but
got
why is he the first?
Who is an American sport, heavily Western ideals, essentially real estate, and knocking the fuck out of each other, and you got Muslim, which is totally
conflicting with the
Western world. And you have him at the apex of both, growing up in Michigan, coming up in football, working his way up. He's been a coach for over 20 years already.
Is it fair to put that pressure on him just because he's Muslim? Shouldn't he just be allowed to just be a coach?
Dog.
No, I'm saying
dog.
You're missing my point, bro.
Dog.
It's the same way.
No, this is just that same argument that you don't like when black people of power are like, well, do I really have to carry this axe? And you're the first person to be like,
because guess what?
Because guess
racist
what? You
white
need to
people in
bring
high
everybody
positions
with you.
Play both sides of the fence.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'm saying, as long as he controls his narrative as a Muslim man coaching football,
and that's usually
I'm cool with that.
And that's usually where the conversation gets to, is like,
let him control that narrative in that conversation.
If you want to hold the axe, you should. If you don't, you don't have to.
But the axe shouldn't be held against him by,
even though you're the first person to hold it against people. But
no, because I'm saying anytime there's a bunch of white people running shit, it's usually
you're the first
racially unfair.
You're the first person.
If we're being honest,
you're the first. If we're being honest,
the NFL's racially unfair.
Honest, you're the first person who taught me what your silence is deafening means.
Yeah, because you watched a bunch of fuck shit happen.
Out fucking black people of power.
No, mostly because like I'm black and I've been in places.
And you call out other black people who haven't been to the same places as you and have more power.
Yeah, that's part of it. But the other part is like, because I'm black and I come into the room.
I feel like you're just on extra contrarian juice today.
No, I'm not. Yeah, you're missing my point, which I don't understand how you're missing.
I don't know what the fuck your point is. Just
because you're not listening.
Just
like,
that.
It's simple. It's like, okay, it's dope that he's Muslim. And it's dope that he's the first Muslim. But I just hope he's judged off the merits of him already being a great coach, a great defensive coach, and his resume, when instead they'll treat him like a minority hire just to get him in. How black people pretty much get done. Like, oh yeah, he's the first this. Cool. And then one bad season and his ass gets fired. And it's like, oh wait, so there's going to be no more of him? Like, he's not going to get another job after this. He's one and done? That would be some bullshit. That's what I'm saying. I just hope it becomes a situation where it's actually equitable and they're like, okay, bet. You know, he's here because he's dope, not because he's Muslim and we want to, like, ingratiate ourselves to different ethnic groups because we don't want to seem more racist than we are, even though the NFL is mostly black and there's more assistant coaches literally still in the playoffs than there are actual head coaches in the league. That's the hypocrisy I'm talking about. Because it's a double-edged sword.
I think my point is it doesn't have to be a double-edged sword. What you just said at the top of that 3-minute statement you said, it's dope that he's Muslim, it's great. You could have just ended there. Like, you could have just ended there. Like, yeah, like what you're saying.
I just hope they don't mistreat him.
What you're saying is true, but again, that could be said about any coach from something other than the norm. So it's like, why do you have to talk about it?
Because bum-ass coaches like Adam Gase are getting third, fourth, and fifth chances, and I don't want to see a great coach.
Celebrate the fact that this man...
Nah, that's not good enough.
This man
I need equity the way white people... The same way white people get fourth and fifth and sixth chances, I think everybody else should get those same amount of chances. In the NFL and in life, that shit don't happen. So, yeah, I have to call it out. Because Adam Gase bum-ass is probably going to get another coaching job somewhere. Bill O'Brien got another coaching job faster than some head coaches who are more successful than
what
him.
I'm saying is,
get even other chances.
What you're trying to do and what you're actually doing is totally different, because really you're just giving more time, energy, and air to those same coaches you're saying are not worth it, and celebrating less of what should be celebrated.
Okay, I get that. I'm just saying.
Dog,
I hope he gets a fair shot. That's really all I'm saying.
When your fucking piece moves six spots on the Monopoly board, you might not fucking buy something, but hey, you still move forward. Like, fuck. We don't get a lot of wins, Kenny. Like, just
yeah, but you don't ask for. Do you ask for power, or do you take power?
Just that one.
Yeah, I'm not cool with symbolic gestures.
You're talking about,
like Sam Cook said, I don't want a piece of the pie. I want the fucking recipe. Like, I'm just not going to be content with one small victory.
Say that. I'm not even going to say anything about that, because there's also the saying of, you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Yeah. I know.
So
all I'm saying is, I just hope he gets a fair shot, and we don't look back on this and like, wow, whatever happened to that Robert Saleh guy? He never got another opportunity. I hope that doesn't happen.
I mean, I'm sure he can go back to Central Michigan.
It's the fucking Jets. Jesus.
All right. Well, we're way over time already.
We can speed through most of this shit.
Other coaching stuff. Gary Kubiak retired again. It's like his fucking 4th-time retiring. How he got the OC coordinator job
with the Vikings
still doesn't make sense to me. I think he was like their passing game
cool with
coordinator
Zimmer,
for the
bro.
year before.
He's cool with Zimmer. How much time Zimmer had?
He had one good year with Joe Flacco and then won a Super Bowl with John Fox's team. Fuck out of here.
Who knows? Wait, is that Eric there?
It was.
Is he also here?
I snuck back into the phone call.
Izzy, if you're there, say something.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, shit, we got both on the call.
Okay, cool. Because I was like, damn it, it's just not working.
We were just listening to a nice little argument, that's all.
Yeah, the usual.
Really, it was more like,
right.
It's more like, I'm afraid imposter syndrome might rear its ugly head because a non-white person got a job. By talking about imposter syndrome, you kind of make people suffer from it. It's weird. Yeah, either way, whatever. Next topic.
Wow, did Kenny just admit I was right? Like, passive-aggressively 2 minutes after the fact?
Yeah, I said you're right. And then just went into... But we're going to have to keep talking.
Let's just move on to college
Let's just rehash onto this trauma.
College football.
Yeah, you're right, but there's more trauma we have to undertake. Oh, wait. No, actually, not really. Speaking of trauma, college.
Everybody got COVID.
Everyone has fucking COVID. The season's over and everyone has COVID. But yeah, man.
Segment over.
College football. Well, Justin Field declared for the draft. A bunch of Ohio State players declared. Wyatt Davis, guard. He actually got injured in the national title game. He declared for the draft. Linebacker Brandon Browning for Ohio State declared for the draft. Linebacker for Alabama, McKillen, number 40. I forget his first name, but he didn't. I didn't see a knee brace, so I'm pretty sure he probably isn't an injury risk. So that should be interesting to see. He entered the draft. Devonta Smith and Mac Jones will be at the Senior Bowl,
which is
next week, like Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. 25th? 26th? Tuesday? Yeah. So yeah, there's that. A bunch of cats are just entering the draft because the deadline, I think, is like April. Now, like April 17th or something like that. So a bunch of people decided to enter. A lot of Ohio State players. Alabama center Landon Dickinson, who won the Best Center Award, the Remington. He declared. So this is it's going to be weird because when it comes down to this, like, there's no combine. That news dropped this week. There's not going to be an NFL combine. So We're not going to see who runs the fastest 40. We're not going to see who does